just let's just run over it, man. Like where did the problems start this season? Because it's not really been down a driver error. A lot of it seems to have been mechanical or just a bit of hard luck.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I was actually working quite hard this winter to, I'm hungry. I was feeling very hungry for this season because, we've been in Drift Masters. The first time was in 2020 when the COVID hits. We were
Yep.
going to do the full season, and then it was only the one event, and we learned a lot from that.
Sorry to interrupt. 2020 season. What happened in that? Because I actually didn't join Drift Masters until 2021.
Yeah, so they were doing a full season, but eventually it was only the King of Riga. So they named the event to Drift Masters King of Riga, like you're a champion of Riga. And it was really hard. Like people hated in Norway that people were leaving the country. So I was keeping actually a very low profile. I didn't want to bring a lot of attention to me going out to drift in another country when the COVID was at worst. But we managed it and did a lot of COVID tests. I think I spent like €1,000 on COVID tests, just stupid, but we needed to. So that was a good race, but I was beaten in top 32 by it was this guy with the BMW, black BMW, Marcus Agoril.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got beaten up by him. Very valuable. And then the 2021 was a little bit better, still COVID, but we had
Austria and Riga, right? And it was a double weekender because that was when I joined the championship. So
very hectic.
Hard on the cars. Oh my god! And for you lads in the cars, but wow,
yeah. And I still remember the heat in Austria, racing all those days, and yeah, wow. Well, it's that was 4 races in 2 weekends, and then the 2022 was the first like full season, and we had some ups and downs last year too. Like very remarkable weekend for me was the Riga. After jumping in Sweden with the car,
let me just stop you just there. Let's just talk about that because typically both of your spectacular crashes I've missed both of them, and they've both happened in Sweden, right? So at different points on the track, but that first one in 2022 looked horrendous. So, like, can we just go, like, what goes through your head when the car just instantly barrel rolls, like when you've dropped a wheel, right? Because that's kind of what happened. You dropped a wheel as you were transitioning, and the car just 360 flipped, basically. If anybody's ever seen a skateboarder do a 360 flip, it's like the car, like, inverts on itself while it's spinning round. What was going through your head at that time? Like,
that was the 2022 one, right?
Yes, the 2022 one.
The first time. I remember the track was heating up. The sun had been on the track all day and
night.
and night. Yeah, it never gets dark up there.
Never gets dark.
So confusing. So I remember going through that run. It was very grippy because the tarmac was so hot. So I was really working and pushing the car really hard to get out to these zones. And this track is super fast. You're initiating like 130 or something, and you're not slowing very much down. So you're keeping the speed, and then you come through the inside clip, where that's one of the slower part of the tracks, where you are really accelerating out of that one and into the out of some 5, I think it was, which is now called the Orjan Nilsen corner.
Surely you have 2 corners there now. We'll get into that in a second.
I got 2 corners. That's nice. And I just remember that I was feeling now I'm dropping a wheel, like normal drifting. You feel when you were going to drop a wheel, and you expect that you're just going to get back up on the track. So push the clutch to get the grip to bring it back on the track, but that didn't happen. So it just took the car and grabbed it and just threw it up in the air, and that one was really hard because the movement of the car made me move in my seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have my belts always very tight, but I remember that being like very hard, and then I landed like it flipped the car up and to the left, and then I landed like this on the rim. And thankfully, the tire debeaded from the rim. So I think that if I would run one of my my smaller rims, then the tire would actually grab the car or grip it when I land, and then flip.
Yeah.
So the tire debeaded. I was sliding on the rim like this, and then boom into the ground. So it went really fast, and that one was actually, if you compare to the one this year, where I actually rolled 2 times. This one was much worse for my body,
right?
In terms of my back. I remember I came out of the car last year. I couldn't breathe because the shock was just so hard to my body, and I actually struggled with my back in 6 months after that one, and it's good now. But yeah, it was insane. I mean, wow.
Yeah, wow, boy, and it was terrifying. Like I only saw the car afterwards, but